All right, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 249, results oriented. I always talk about myself as being results oriented. That means I'm looking at a book and then how do we sell it? How do we go from there? What's the next book look like? The result. I'm not so much into, hey, let's look at let's slave away over each sentence. Now, get this down. We can go smooth them up later, but get them down and get that result. Get that result of having a story done from start to finish. You've got to be able to see it when you start it. This is one thing that I do is I write the first chapter and then I write the last chapter and then everything else in between and flow as it needs to flow. And once again, low internet. Let me stop the camera. I'm still here. All right. Everything else in between flows. You've got to struggle through the word minds to get those words and get them down and tell that story, make that narrative flow, and get to the end. This is the most important thing that I have is getting to the end. This is why I like having stuff perfect being relative, but I'm not so strapped to that I keep myself from getting to the end. The end is where it's at. That is the results that we're looking for, not the result of I'm going to be a bestseller. You can't control that. What you can control is writing your book. You know, a lot of people who said they want to write a book and they're terminally writing their book. Results oriented, you got to have the end product. So what does it take to get to the end? Writing that last chapter, I tell you what, is really motivating because it's there. All right, well, I got to get the stuff in between. You can smooth up those side plots. You can add additional side plots. You can clean up stuff later. Oh, man, the character should have known this 2 chapters ago. Well, go back 2 chapters and add it in. Easy day. And then keep moving forward. Small bites for a big result. This is why I write every single day. Because if I take a day off, I take 3 days off, I'm 0 words toward my goal. But if I get 500 or just 1,000, then all it's like, hey, I'm a whole nother chapter ahead. You like that? A whole nother. It should be a whole other. But we can correct that in editing process, just not while we're talking. All right. Moving forward. Small bites, big result. Write every day. Write as often as you can. Some people can't write every day because of their life circumstances. I understand that. Just understand what I'm talking about when I say write when you can. And this is why I'm opposed to those who only write when they are inspired. Oh, geez, I have to wait till I'm inspired. It takes them forever to get to that end result because sometimes when they're inspired, they're not in a position to write. And they're holding themselves back by not doing some of the pedestrian work of fleshing out a scene, of connecting scenes through transitions, of making sure that those side plots are flowing as they need to. Some of it, it's pedestrian. It's not, it doesn't take inspiration, but it'll get you forward a little bit every day, get you moving forward. Plan for that end product. This book. It needs the cover. I need to have my editor lined up. I need to have proofreaders on board. I need to do these things. I need to collect snippets and do sexy little graphics for ads to generate interest. All of that stuff. Plan for the end product and not necessarily the expectation. You got to control your expectations because they will deceive you every bit as much as perfection. That expectation of perfection, because there is no such thing as perfection. You think it's in your mind. Well, I know what perfect looks like. No, you don't. If you're trying to sell your product, your readers know what perfect looks like. And for them, they're happy with good enough. I'm telling you, they won't recognize whether that comma is here or there on the sentence or not there at all. When they're flowing through a story, they're even going to miss typos. They're going to miss grammar errors. Just, you don't want to have those to some kind of extreme level. But when your story is engaging, they will forgive an awful lot. So get it done and then get it done right. Go back through, read it, make sure it flows. And then you'll go back through it enough times this is where the Latin ad nauseum, until nausea sets in. And you'll be like, okay, hey, I just can't look at this anymore. Because you're tired of it. It's like cooking all day, and finally, when the meal's ready, you don't feel like eating it. Well, that's what it's like when you edit your own book ad nauseum. most importantly, you can't sell what you don't have. This is the results oriented. You need to have that result in order to move forward. You need to get that feedback from readers from what you think was your target genre in order to move forward. You've got to get that input. This is correct. This isn't correct. Oh my God, I thought this was perfect, but it's not, because it's not complete. It's not the assumptions that the readers are making isn't something I saw as I wrote it. Good enough. Go back and fix it. That's a good thing about publishing in ebook format and publishing in the 21st century. You go back and fix it. So the first few readers may get disappointed, but they're a part of the process to move you forward to make even better and better books. The results, have the books that you can sell and get them done, then get them right. All right, everybody. Peace, fellow humans.